Okay.
Okay. Welcome. It is Monday night. It is Team Mango training night. And how amazing is it that things have totally changed in the last 72 hours? Literally, right? And yet they haven't, because we worked for an amazing company that had amazing products with amazing opportunity prior to 72 hours ago. But y'all, I just posted something on a comment on somebody's team page. There are seasons in our lives for everything. That's very biblical. You're going to have seasons of reaping and of sowing. Right now, I can tell you and promise you that we are in a season of abundance and growth with our business. And the key to that, the only thing that's key to that is leaning in and being willing to do the work. Because anybody that's on here that's super excited, who's been working hard today? Yes, everybody's been working hard. So it's fun. It doesn't feel like work, but just know you got to push through, because it's going to be well worth everything that's going to come.
So we want to do a couple announcements, and then we want to spend this time really going over some best practices, having a lot of interactive feedback, getting your feedback, what's been working, give you some feedback from us as to what's been working, and then answer a bunch of questions. So before we do all that, I'm going to mute some participants, and then we're going to do some quick announcements, some things you want to share.
Okay. What were my announcements? Well, just remember, you wanted me to announce, but I was going to do that at the end, but I'll do it now if you want. Okay, so you want to make sure, I'm telling you ahead of time so we don't forget, because I tend to get the graphic out on like the weekend, next weekend. Next Monday night, y'all are going to be in for a treat. Our very own Monique Brown is going to be hosting our Zoom meeting for Monday night, and she is going to be talking all things. Well, she's doing a training right now on microbiome, so we're including some of that, why the microbiome is so critical to understanding and important, and why our science and our products moving towards that direction, why that's so helpful for all of us. But she's also going to talk about her incredible success rate with sharing the products, following up, and getting people to join her with her to do this business on this opportunity. And so we're super excited to have Monique sharing with us next Monday.
Potentially mute that.
Yeah.
Great.
Sorry. For business.
Great.
Business. And then the week after, y'all.
So what date's that? That's
May
the
15th.
15th.
May 15th.
Okay.
Payday. Whoop, whoop. But here's the other cooler thing, too, that's coming right after that. I know it's not even cooler. I'm just saying, like, we have such an incredible month this month. Like, May is going to go down in history. So May 22nd, Monday night, Lori Harrison is doing Team Mango.
What's Lori Harrison's little nickname?
Oh, she's known as the ProBio Queen. And here's the cool thing. She agreed to speak to our team before all this craze came out with the new product. So how awesome is that we're going to have her? Her husband, Jetty, was actually one of the testers of the new Slim for the last 3 months. So hello, we're going to have some inside information to their experience with that in a 90-day trial situation. And she's just incredibly knowledgeable. And what I love about how she shares information is she shares it in a way that the layperson, if you will, just the regular old Joe will know how to take information and run with it. That's really important and critical to kind of sharing with people. So
agreed.
Two exciting speakers. And then the third week, y'all will be headed to convention. So we are just going to have an awesome May.
Okay. Last couple of announcements. Number one, or really be number three, since you gave two, Pajamas and Putters Party. Everyone from Team Mango who's going to Las Vegas is invited.
Yes.
We've got a baller suite again. This time,
Phil can't say no. He just can't say no.
I can't do it. But this time we have an outdoor patio space almost as big as the indoor living space, so that you all can go in and out and enjoy the Vegas Strip view while we have a good time had by all. And so the guys that aren't interested in being there in their PJs, we're going to head over to Top Golf right next door. We're going to get a booth. We're going to swing some clubs, have some snacks, and enjoy.
And if you want to hang out, whether you're in your PJs or not, you can hang out with the girls. You do not have to go do golf, this is just an option for you. But we really, more than anything, we all know that those of us that have been to convention know it is a fun time. It is a busy time, and it's hard to find times to connect. So we want to make sure that this is a time where you get to know your teammates from all over the country. You get to kind of process together what we're finding out, because there's going to be all kinds of great information, and we'll have a lot of fun while we're doing it.
And PJs are optional. Clothing is not. So come and enjoy. Clothing is a requirement. Just PJs are optional.
That's assumed.
And then the last thing I want to touch on is to make sure, as we're having this incredible growth, as we're getting ambassadors re-engaged and getting their action packs, that we make sure to turn on convenience orders and set them to conditional or unconditional, but at a minimum, we want convenience orders on and set to conditional. What does conditional mean? It means that products will not be ordered if you're over 100 in PV. And how much is the action pack in PV? How much is the action pack in PV?
$150. Sorry.
Okay, $150, which is over 100, which means their convenience orders will not go through the month of May. We want to have them on because we know it's too easy to slip under the cracks, get all this excitement, and then maybe
we don't want your balloon to burst, right?
That's
so
right.
You want to be growing this business, and as you're sharing, more and more people are wanting to share. But the ideal situation here is that as your business grows and people join you, that their business grows, and so that bubble continues to get bigger. If we do not have convenience orders on, you're going to have a bubble grow, and it's going to pop. Right. And you're going to feel frustrated because you're constantly sharing, you're constantly adding new people, but you're not ranking up. You're not seeing the benefit for you and for those people too. So it's a win-win.
So let's talk about some best practices, and then let's get some feedback and see what we're hearing from you all. Okay. So let's first talk about best practices as it relates to getting the welcome pack. And I ordered $150 this month. I got enough product for the next 2 months.
No, you did not. So all of the ambassadors that participated in the trial group actually were required to take 2 Slim per day, 2 of the new Slim. I want to really encourage you, while you've gotten in for your ambassadors and even talking to your customers, with this action pack though, particularly, knowing that you got it for such a great value, to really give yourself the benefit of taking 2 Slim a day. Here's the deal, y'all. We are, like Phil joked at the beginning, that it's 2013 again. You are also in a critical time period to do the best job you can with your own body and yourself and your health to show great results with this product. Now, we know that everybody's different and everyone's going to have different results, but I'm going to be a little bossy here and say, you better put the pizza down, you better put the wine down, you better put the extra dessert down, or whatever. Commit 30 days with this new Slim to really doing the best job you can, to drink tons of water, to eat as clean as possible, and to move your body as much as possible. Because you want to be the one to say, wow, look at my results. I've done this for 30 days and I'm 10 pounds down. I've done this for 30 days and I'm 12 pounds down. I'm down 2 sizes. Whatever it might be, your business has its best bet to be successful based on what you're doing personally with yourself. And that's for Phil and I as well. We are totally on, and it's just really interesting. Clean eating. We're eliminating a lot of things.
No dairy.
Boundaries on time frames to eat. I keep having like this weird water thing going on.
Weird sound. I'm like, it's like a frog croaking next to me.
I don't know what that is.
What is going on?
We're having issues.
Okay.
Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
I want you using those 2 bags of Slim should be yours for you to take this month. Phil should have 2 bags and I should have 2 bags. And we're going to end up running out because our children are already trying to steal it this afternoon.
Well, no, you're trying to ration. Like you go, oh, you're having your second Slim. Here, you want the old one. I'm like, no, give me the new stuff. Don't give me that old stuff.
The old stuff is awesome, y'all.
Yeah.
Do not discount the old Slim. The old Slim is still awesome. And here's the reality. You're going to have some people. I did today. I had one today. You're going to have some people that are going to prefer the original flavor. And for right now, while it's available, that is perfectly okay.
Yeah.
Okay?
Sure.
So don't start to split hairs over that. But let's use the 2 full bags.
Okay.
Maybe you do ration. Maybe you want to use some of your Old Slim since you have it. So maybe you do an Old Slim and a New Slim every day. That's what I'm doing right now. Phil's doing 2 New Slims because he's a brat about it. Mm-hmm. If you would do that, then you're going to have extra to give out free samples. People will need and want to taste the product before they purchase it. They're not going to want to commit to a 30-day order without tasting it. So save some of those to give out to people that are your potentials. Qualify those potentials. Make sure they're not just sample fishers looking out there seeing who's going to give them a free sample.
Right.
I had a girl today tell me, well, if you won't give me one, I'll just go find someone else. Okay, bye-bye. Go right ahead. Go find someone else, because those are not the kind of people that I want to help. And then all those little sample packs that you get in your action pack, y'all need to take those and sell them. You can sell the 7-day for $24.95, $25. The block one is $12.95, and the other 2 you can sell for $11.95. It's up to you, but make some cash back, right? So that you're prepared and ready, because convention's coming and there will be more new products, and you're going to want to get your hands on those. So let's make sure that we're using what we've got. We're building a great testimony so we have some results, so that when June comes, which is normally summer slump, you're posting them before and after, and people are all over you going, I want that. Plus, that's when customers are going to likely be able to access the new Slim. So it just is a great timing. So don't shortchange yourself by going, oh, yay, I got all my product in May, so now I don't need to order anything in June.
All right, catch your breath. Woo,
no
she's on fire. She is on fire. I love it. I mean, you are excited, and I'm excited because there's so many people on watching right now. So I'm going to share my screen, and hopefully you see it.
I want to hear you read this, because it makes me laugh.
Okay, first of all, do you all see the screen that says messaging for the big reveal comeback?
Of course I can't hear him.
Someone unmute and say yay. There's a chat. I can't really see the chat.
Yes.
You see it. Okay, great. So Jen has used this message on Messenger as well as text messages.
About 120, 130 times.
Okay, now. I copied it and pasted it. And when I sent it to a woman, I still put it in here. So I'll read it out loud. Girl. New Slim is here. Oh my God. OMG. It's amazing. New packaging, new flavor, less calories, no GMO, gluten-free, and has a prebiotic responsible for mood enhancement and weight loss. Let me tell you how to get some. Let me tell you how to get some. So did you ask a question there?
Nope.
You're like, nope, let me tell you how to get some. Not, would you like to try?
Right.
No, let me tell you how to get some. Now, this is going to inactive and old ambassadors who've been gone anywhere from a month to 3 years.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
For sure.
So first and foremost, it's work. Give us some stats on that.
Well, as of right now, I have 4 people that are no longer in the system that are coming back to the system. So rejoining, basically. So that's 4 new ambassadors, y'all. And then I have another 6 that I sent out samples to today. And I have probably another 3 or 4 that are like, give me more information, more sciencey, wanting some more information about it. Tell me how this works. What's different about it? So we're in conversations right now. Have I gotten some no's? Yes. But hey, guess what's great about no's is knowing where to put my time and energy and not to worry about. But right. I think for 2.5 days, right 2.5 days of work, not bad.
Not bad.
Stats.
I love that I'm rocking 3 screens right now, and Jen just has no clue where to look.
I'm totally stressing. I need to look over here because that's where the people are.
That's the camera.
The people are over here. I need the people.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you all to unmute yourselves. We've rambled on for a few minutes, and I want you to give us some feedback on what's working for you, and what you think is something you want to share that could help somebody else.
I can start.
All right, start.
So I've done it 3 times today. I had 2 3-way conversations and 1 4-way conversation with members of my downline, because they're getting asked about it and they're not sure what to say, and so they call on me to help them. And every time, 2 out of 3, which I think the 3rd will be a closed deal too. Every time it's been successful. So, calling on that third-party validation is so important for some people. Some people just have to hear it from somebody else.
Right.
Totally agree. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Jesus could do no miracles in his hometown. So you have sometimes people that have known you your whole life. If they know you and they don't see the changes, it takes an outside person to validate what you're trying to share.
Right. A funny little story is that I heard this morning that some friends of mine were at dinner together, and some Plexus girls were in town, went up to them, like just cold messaging them basically in the restaurant. They're like, oh my gosh, have y'all heard of Plexus? We just had this meeting and blah, we're so excited. And they're like, oh yeah, we know about Plexus. We know Jen Mango. And they're like, oh, you do? Well, then of course you're on it. And none of them are on it. So again, it's that whole, like, just because they know you doesn't mean necessarily that they trust you. So always incorporating. And the cool thing is you can incorporate just about anyone they don't know, because they don't know that person. So you don't have to have, and don't be intimidated to be the third person part, the validation. You don't have to know everything there is. And those people that you're sharing with don't know your history. So it's only what you're sharing with them, which is your knowledge about Plexus.
And again, last thing I'll share, and that's a great point, Erica, as it relates to three-way calling, what you just said, if you know 10% more than the person that you're talking to, you are the expert. That's a sales statistic. It goes back to the beginning of time.
Let's stick with 10%.
10% more, you're the expert.
Yeah.
Cool. Who else has a good best practice to share as it relates to this big reveal and going back to old ambassadors?
I got one.
Okay, hit
Can
us.
y'all hear me?
Yes.
Katie, we hear you.
Okay, I got my earbuds on, so I didn't know. Wear your swag. People are seeing this all over the place now. They're being bombarded. And because they're afraid to ask their friends, some of them, they might see you out and about and go, oh, yeah, I've been thinking about that. That happened to me this weekend countless times. So meet new people. Wear your swag.
Love it.
So you were wearing your swag at the store, and literally 3 different people said, oh, my gosh, tell me.
3 different. Actually, it ended up being 4. It was 3 at one store and 1 at another.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Great. Very, very true. You're in your Hawaii
I'm
swag.
in my Hawaii swag
and
today.
I'm in my Tiger Blood shirt. So we got to work on that.
No, because it worked out for me at Orange Theory, because a neighbor that I don't know very well saw me. She was like, oh, I thought that was you because your Plexus car. And she saw my car. And then I said, oh, yeah. We were rushing in late together. And I was like, I've been on the phone. And she's like, oh, yeah, I've been seeing all your posts about this new product. So people are watching and stalking, right? They're waiting to see what we're going to do and what's going to happen with this. Again, all the more reason, be very, very diligent with yourself more than anything this month. Give yourself that with this new Slim.
Cool. Who else has got goodies?
Something. I've only had one person reach out to me, but it's from like the live videos. I mean, I only did I think only one live video, and I had this one lady that has been watching me since last year contact me and say, okay, I need pricing and stuff. So, I mean, live videos also work. So whenever I get my package, I'll do another live video.
And I have to give it to you, Jeanette, because, gosh, even 6 months ago, you would have rather died than get on Facebook Live.
Yes.
So,
I'm working on it.
You're doing great. I'm engaged. I always watch them.
I do my breathing exercises before I go in, so I don't sound weird.
So one of those things, that's a great point. One of those things I want to share in regards to best practices, and this is, I don't know if this is a pet peeve, but just to make sure, you want to make sure that when you're doing a live video, that it is engaging, it is entertaining, it is passionate, and you all do a great job of that, but also that it's short and sweet to the point. We'll see other leaders on different teams who will have a live video, and we'll just click to see, and it says 17 minutes, and we just, whoop, we're out.
You're like, done.
We're out.
I'm so done.
The rule is 3 minutes or less is the best thing to do for a live video. You might not have an audience right away, but if you keep it short and sweet, then they'll stop and watch it later on. So
right. Or just funny, engaging, vulnerable, all of those things that can connect human emotion to whatever it is you're giving. I think a lot of times we think we have to have like knowledge to share, and knowledge is great, but in small doses. But people love to be entertained, whether they're crying, whether they're moved, whether they're shocked, whether they're mad, or whether you make them laugh. So think about that too with your post, and especially your live.
Or you have frog burps during a training session. They're entertained. Good.
God.
Okay. Any more?
I have one more. Another thing that I noticed is that I get a lot of more likes on my posts where I show my progress of my workouts and stuff. And so that's another thing that I've noticed, that a lot of people, like I get a lot more likes. Like on my Plexus posts, it's like crickets. But as soon as I post something about my my journey, I get like 20 likes or something like that. So
and here's the deal: those same 20 people are watching you and seeing your Plexus post. They're likely not liking it or commenting because they're afraid that you're going to reach out and talk to them about Plexus. Yeah. So if they scroll past them, or they scroll past it, then they'll be safe. So just know that those people that like it might be people that you want to reach out to cold and go, hey, I know you've been seeing my other posts. What do you think of Plexus?
Right. Right.
Okay.
People always want to see you and your progress and your experience. Like that's what they are looking for. All these generic posts where we talk about, oh, it does this, it does that, and it, they're informative, and some people really like that, but the majority of people want to hear like, well, what does it do for you?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So that's
Great.
awesome.
Agreed.
Great tips. Any more? I think I heard somebody else.
I have something to say that may be straying from what you were talking about. I forget the original question.
The question was 17 times 6 is?
Well, you guys know that I get concerned with these sales and stuff because I think that we can bring a lot of people back, but then I'm afraid that next month they're going to have 2 months worth of product, so next month they skip. So what I did was send out, hey, you get your 2 bags of Slim here. You're going to sell the 4 packs and get $62 back. So you're spending less than your triplex this month. And then next month you can try X Factor, Mega X, Edge, and Block. And you can have, because Edge and Block really is like a 2-month supply. You don't use that every day. And they get to try everything. So hopefully that keeps them hanging on for that extra month.
Well, and
it is brilliant. That's brilliant. Repeat that one more time because I want to make sure it's really clear because that is a great strategy.
Okay, so they're going to spend $150 and get 2 months of Slim. Sell their extra so they don't feel like they're spending more than their triplex. They're actually going to spend, what will that be, like around $90, $100? And then send them information on X Factor, Mega X, Edge, and Block, and how we love that. We're already assuming that they have extra everything because all my inactives all say they have XS BioCleanse, XS ProBio. But these 4 products don't always get tried. So they'll have the opportunity to try it next month for just over $100, again, less than their triplex, and you will have them for 2 months at least. And hopefully hook them again.
And set up your convenience orders. And it's a perfect pitch. I love that. That's really good, Taryn.
It is. And the other unknown is whatever's new at convention to come back to these people. We have to be okay and comfortable with the follow-up. Especially like I think, and I was so guilty of this when I first started. Unless you pursued me, I would get you on the hook, get you started, get you going. Okay, go, run, little baby, go. Didn't want to do a lot of the customer care follow-up stuff. Customer care and follow-up, especially right now with brand new product, is going to be critical to seeing that long-term growth and sustainability for people to be around. We need to be telling them, you still got to drink tons of water. You still can't be going through the drive-thru at Taco Bell, or you're not going to see the 10-pound weight loss you want to see. Educating people as best we can, and then encouraging them, yes, we do have a whole product line to help round this out. Because if somebody wants to lose weight but they're not sleeping well, they need Mega X, right? So we need to get them on board and educate them about that as well. So great point though, Taryn.
Okay. Any more best practices before we move on?
I had one other thing I heard from, I think, Lauren Yarbrough that I thought was genius, and that is if you have old 7-day trial packs, take out the slim and put the new one in and sell them. And then you use the old slim as your second a day or whatever, but you only get one 7-day and the rest has other products in it in the action pack, and some people just want slim. So like I've got 2 7-day trials and I think an empty bag of slim accelerator, so I could just kind of make one. And even though the packaging is not going to be identical, still it's something to put it in. I thought that was a really good idea.
It is. Yeah. It's a hack. It's a life hack.
It is. Like, what a great way to make a quick, $25 or $50
and
off your.
Yeah, I know you said $25 at the onset, but supply-demand economics would say that you can't really get this, and you could sell this for a lot more. Just saying. That's me.
That is you, and that's you being crazy. So, speaking of which, anybody have questions about?
So let's transition.
Okay,
there we go.
Let's transition.
So now we want to, great feedback. We want to go through questions on product, questions on ordering, questions about taking the product. What are some questions that we've got kind of rolled up, ready to ask?
I have one. Melissa wanted to know this. Does the 60-day guarantee apply to the action pack? Just curious. Do we know?
We don't know.
We don't know. Okay.
I would assume yes.
So I thought at the big reveal that they said it did.
Okay.
But
okay. Maybe it'll be on that plexuslim.com or something. We were on the phone right before this call started, so I wanted to be sure and ask.
We'll find out.
Okay.
What else?
Anybody? Yeah. How long do we have to order an action pack?
Great question.
Ambassadors that just signed up last week.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They aren't quite ready to put out another $150.
So there's 50,000 of the action packs. So they are rolling those out. As best as I understand, the way that it's been explained to us is that if you signed up for the big reveal and you get that email, it's in your back office and it's available to you. However, if you let it sit there and 49,999 other people order one, they're not going to hold yours specifically and say, this is Monique's action pack. So even though it's placed in your back office, if you don't take advantage of it right away and that 50,000th person decides to purchase because they show up in the line, they're gone. So when they're gone, they're gone. The action packs are gone. Y'all, again, we're all going to be having access to the new Slim by the end of this month, if not for sure next month. So if people miss out, they're going to just miss out.
Yeah, I mean, I think there'll be an action pack in the future. It just won't be at the price point that they're giving away now.
Sure.
So,
and here's another suggestion for your people, maybe to go into ambassadors together so they're not out as much product or money and product to spend on one and again, whose account it'll go on, I don't know, but they could potentially go in and purchase one on one person's account and split it instead of $150 each. So that's just another creative.
Good question,
option.
Though. But I didn't know that 50,000 and then
50,000.
They're gonna
And I don't know what number we're at right now.
Well, and there's 2 different action packs, right? There's the international and the domestic. So I wonder how many internationals there are versus domestic.
I don't know.
Okay. I just added another question.
No, I think it's dependent on what goes in it. It's not really. Okay.
There's 2 different ones. I wonder how many there are of each. Cool.
Not really helpful, but it's kind of pointless.
No, it's not.
It really kind of is, but okay. We'll see.
I would just like to raise a point. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So this weekend doing this vendor show, I walked around and met some of the other vendors. And when I went up to the Prove It and was asking her about her stuff, she couldn't answer anything. She did not have any product knowledge. So I'm not saying that you need to be geeking out like I tend to, but know your stuff, because she couldn't tell me anything. She goes, I just know there's great testimonials. So always just look smart, or be smart, because you look so much more professional.
That's a great point. Yeah, you want to, it didn't take much to invest in just, again, 10% more knowledge than the person in front of you. If that person from Prove It had been able to give you just one bit of information, you would have thought, okay, well, they may not know everything, but they at least know something, because they couldn't answer anything they look like.
Or know where to go find the information. If you can't remember it, at least know where to go to get the information. I've been in a situation before where someone's asked me a question. Hopefully in a vendor show situation, you would have something right there that you could access. But be willing to go back and find the information if somebody has a question. Don't just go, well, I don't know. If you don't know, own up to it and say, but you know what, I'm happy to find out for you. How could I get back in touch with you? Or can I email you? Can I call you? That's why I'm trying to give you guys, not too much, but I'm trying to provide you links to research, links to videos as we're coming across them. The Donna Leah Robinson video that I posted, that's the reformulation video. It's about 15 minutes long. Go watch that. Maybe go watch it several times. She talks about all of the products that are in Slim, why they're so critical to
what in Slim?
Ingredients.
That's
okay. The product.
Yes.
I was trying not to
have a
frog.
Yeah.
Anyway, so go watch those and take advantage of the knowledge that's at your fingertips. And you don't have to learn everything, but maybe there's one thing that stands out to you and you're like, oh, that really resonates with me. I'm going to talk about that the next time somebody says, what's in Slim? Why does it make it so special?
I like Acromancia because it sounds like a German speed metal band. I can remember so weird. What it does.
You have some, right? You have it in your belly.
I have 290 more times of it now because I've drank my phlegm.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. All right. Other questions. These are good. And by the way, if people have better answers than us, hop in as well.
Yes, please. We know they do. That's not if. That's a win. Okay.
I think Monique had asked, and I don't know if you know yet, but do we have any idea of a more specific time frame when the new Slim will be available to customers?
So no, we don't have a specific, but here's what I'll tell you. They said that the end of May. I think it's going to be after convention. And let me explain why. I think this is important too, that you all know this, and so that you can share it when you come across customers who want it. In any marketing situation or any sort of launch, you want your ambassadors, your advocates, your on the bell curve of innovation, your early adopters to have their hands on it first, to become those true ambassadors and advocates of the product before you roll it out to mass customers. So that's what Plexus is doing. They're following a very simple, basic 101 marketing handbook of rolling it out to the trusted ambassadors, giving you all time and giving us time to use the product, to get questions answered, to work out the kinks, because I can't believe there hasn't been so far any
more
kinks,
happen, yeah.
With deliveries and stuff before they get to the customers. So it just builds anticipation. It builds excitement. It's the right way to do things.
It creates a need, right? Yeah. Everybody wants it. If you can't get your hands on it, then you definitely want it more.
Yeah.
So it's a good problem to have, and you definitely want the PV come June. We will be starting a whole new contest for Leaders Retreat, and y'all, the prizes tend to be amazing for Leaders Retreat. Yeah. I think more so prizes for convention were cool, but the prizes for Leaders Retreat are awesome. Yeah. So save that and leave that, and use that as selling ammunition for you. For what am I going to do in June? I'm going to build a whole new customer base, because now I can offer new Slim.
Yeah, May is get ambassadors and get old ambassadors back on board. June is customer focus.
Right.
Because that's when it's going to be available.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I think we have a new ambassador, literally just joined on the Zoom tonight. Is that right, Erica? Is it Nancy? Welcome.
Hey, Nancy. Welcome to the team, girl.
I hope Jen doesn't scare you away, because she can be pretty bold and just in your face and tell really bad jokes.
Okay, we'll talk in 3 months and see what your opinion is of me versus him. You're so glad you're here.
Yes.
That's it.
Welcome.
That is a sign of success, girl.
Yeah.
Showing up. Meetings make money. We say that all the time. This is a meeting. You're here. You get empowered. You get knowledge, and then you go out and you share, and you get a paycheck. It's pretty awesome.
And it's not too late to come to Vegas to convention.
Nope.
There's still spots, still rooms.
There's a pajama party. You want to come to our pajama party? Anyway, we're being silly. We have a lot of people on here that are not normally. So we are super excited that y'all are here.
So
Very
pumped.
excited.
So pumped. Okay, what else?
I would say one thing that worked well for me today, actually a coworker is all ready to order the triplex tomorrow as a personal use ambassador because he wants to try the new Slim. We talked about our probiotic before, but now I have so much more ammunition from a probiotic standpoint because now we have prebiotics in the Slim. So I told him, I said, this just amplifies the benefits of the probiotic. So it could possibly work even better with the new Slim versus the old Slim. So he's ready to order tomorrow. So he's going to call me and we'll get him all set up.
Awesome. I don't want to, there's also someone new on here. Belinda is on here. Welcome. You're also brand new too, first timer.
Welcome.
And you had a question, looks like Erica answered it, that the video does not come out till Tuesday. So tomorrow. We don't know if it's going to be first thing in the morning, if it's going to be noon. Just be ready at some point. The video will be on there. And your place will be held in line to get your.
And I know
your
for future reference too, the big reveal will be archived and there will be a recording that will be available for those of you who want to go back to it, that have watched it or participated in it live. It was quite an experience to be there in person, I have to say.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I've never felt that kind of electricity and energy in a room like that. It was pretty. Sorry, Phil.
Wow, thanks.
Get over yourself. But anyway, so
and my
get back to you. That's
and my I do. And my pink what's it called? What's the
your peppermint patty, people were calling it. I don't know what you're talking about. Your jacket.
What's it called? What's that style?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Style jacket. What's it called? The
pinstripe?
No, but it's
seersucker.
Seersucker.
Yeah, put that on this seersucker. He was ready for the Kentucky Derby at the Plexus event. But
it'll be there forever in history. Okay.
Be watching for more information about safety for, right now we're getting the go-ahead that it's perfectly fine for pregnant mamas. We're getting the go-ahead that 2 drinks a day are what they're recommending. That meaning 2, I don't want you to go drink 4 of these a day. Let's not do that. Also, there's been a lot of talk about watermelon and whether or not if someone's allergic to watermelon. Katie specifically had that question. We're working to find that out. As best we're finding from multiple sources, they're saying that it's from the fruit, from that fruit flavoring, but not from that fruit enough that it would be an issue. Somebody that typically has an anaphylactic reaction drank it the day of and had no reaction whatsoever. So we will still continue to wait for product knowledge to come out from the company on those kinds of things. But I know questions like that will come up, and we'll do our best to get those answered as they come about.
And I sent in a question to Product Questions specifically about that. So when I get an answer, I'll share it if they have anything. I asked where it was derived, like very specific questions. So we'll see what they say.
Okay, awesome.
It was derived in heaven and brought down by angels.
And then here's the last thing I will say. If you're brand new, we want you to have a goal this month to get to share with 3 people so that you turn silver. If your upline will get with you and discuss that more specifically. If you're a silver ambassador working towards gold, y'all, this is a month where it can totally happen with all that's going on and all the buzz around people coming back. If you're gold, wanting to hit senior gold, the same thing applies for you as well as Ruby and beyond. We are believing, and Phil won't say this himself, so I will say it for him, that he's been so close that he is going to be Emerald this month in convention. How cool would that be? So
it'll be cool.
It'll be cool.
I mean, here's the deal. I say this and for those of you new, it reminds us of 2013 because, some of the people on here were with us when we first started. Erica was one of Jen's first 6 ambassadors. and now there's 1,700. But if you remember back then, no one knew who Plexus was. The market wasn't saturated, but people were like coming out of the woodworks trying to join, and you just couldn't bring people on fast enough. And it feels like that again. And I say that because our upline, our double diamond upline, Celeste, the number one diamond in the company, you all are in her downline, the top earner. She turned diamond in 4 months? 6 months, sorry. 6 months. I feel like this is the same time frame, and that there are people who are watching this and who are on our team who could take this thing and run with it just as fast. So we feel that momentum. We're trying to contain it and trying to contain our enthusiasm, but we just cannot.
And maybe it's the lack of carbs as well.
What are you talking about?
Although I will say, with the new Slim, it's been way easier.
Yeah.
Way easier.
Way. All right.
That's a good thing.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you all. I'm going to stop the recording, and if there's any other questions, we will stick around. But otherwise, thank you all so much, and go